Hello everyone, my name is Sammy and welcome. And today's video I am super excited about because this video I am showing you how I made my wreath for the Dead by Daylight decoration portion of their contest. So today's video is a little differently. It's recorded differently. It's just, I did it a bit differently. It is pretty long because of that. So, I mean, get some snacks, sit down, take a break from whatever you're doing, maybe just relax a bit because this video is a little long. Sorry about that. I wanted to try something different because I wanted to go into a little bit more detail than how I usually record like my projects. So yes. So I think that's pretty much about it. I love how this came out, by the way. It looks so awesome. I love it. So, all right. I think that is enough rambling because you'll hear plenty more from me. So here we go. Okay, so here we go. I have my wire wreath, and then I got a bunch of floral foam, and then I have my cutting tools and the cutting board just in case. So what we're gonna start doing is cutting the floral foam, which, if you have ever cut floral foam, is a nightmare. So I put down some newspaper, I have my cutting board, and hopefully we can get through this as smoothly as possible. Pretty much everything came from the Dollar Tree, the wreath and the floral foam, so I'm just gonna open it up. Here are the first 4 pieces, and it honestly looks like we could cut these in half. So I'm just gonna take my knife and I'm just gonna cut it. Okay. And then, yeah, that should hopefully work really well. Okay, so I'm going to do these to a couple more pieces. I'll be right back. Okay, we have some pieces cut out, and now we can semi-arrange them into a circular shape. The next thing I'm going to do is kind of push down on them to give them a circular imprint that I will cut. So since we now have the rough shape, the next thing I'm going to do is basically take my knife to some of these larger pieces and just cut around the edges to make them a tad bit more rounder. Now that all the pieces basically have the edges cut off, I am ready to set them in place, wrap them up, and forget all about this floral foam. So I'm going to clean up a little bit, and I will be right back. The next step is I'm going to take this very thin and like delicate wire and basically wrap all the floral foam into here so it will stay put. So I finally finished wrapping everything in the wire. I'm just gonna finish this off basically just to tie it up to secure everything. Also I feel like maybe some sort of tape would work as well. Yes, so potentially some sort of tape might work as well. Maybe like some sort of electrical tape, maybe just doing it same thing with the wire, how I did it every once in a while. But I do understand with the wire it does help because I want access to poke into the floral foam, so it's sort of up to you and what you think is best. I just went with this very thin wire, and hopefully this will get the job done then. This is as secure as it's going to get. it is time to bring out, now time for the tulle, which I also got at the Dollar Tree. This does say sparkly, so we're gonna continue to do everything over the newspaper. And then with this, okay, after fighting with this for a very long time, I found the start of it, and we're basically just going to take this and start wrapping. Okay, I found some fleece, and hopefully I can just make this work. I'm just gonna cut long strips over to the side. I have a piece ready, and then we're basically just gonna take this and start wrapping. Oh my goodness, we have reached the end. And everything is pretty much done. I'm next going to take a lint roller to try and get rid of all the floral foam on it. Next thing we're going to do, now that this is finally all covered up and good to go, is we are going to start wrapping around this glittery tulle. And just to add some, I don't know, some sparkles, but we're definitely going to be able to hot glue it this time because I don't want to use hot glue around the foam because I don't want the foam to melt because that'll just cause some issues. Actually, I may cut this in half and do it that way. Two separate ones here, and there is glitter and sparkles everywhere down here, and I'm just gonna add some hot glue here and start wrapping it around. I realize this project is a good time to test out my little silicone tip. So all right, not bad, not bad. The back side is all glued up and does not look the best, but luckily that's the back, and the front I think looks really good so far. We are finally done with the wreath base, and now we move on, you know, actually creating the things that are going to go on top of it. Next is to start sculpting the entity legs, arms, whatever you want to call them. I'm just gonna try and use Model Magic. This stuff is a little old, so I don't know how well this is gonna look. But I mean, you know, the entity legs aren't perfect, so I think it'll be okay. Another thing is I have my wreath right here for like size reference. I feel like they're not very hard shapes, so hopefully I can just get the hang of them and then start making them, make a whole bunch of them. I have a bunch of like bags to set them on then. All right, there we go. I don't think that's too bad for a first one. And they're like the entity legs, so I feel like they don't honestly really have to be that perfect. Just, you know, the general shape. And then like they'll kind of stay out like that. Oh my god. Putting that there and looking at that, if I can pull this off, this could look so cool. I'm just going to plow through these as much as I can while watching some videos, and I will be back with an update. All right, as you can see, I have a good amount of entity legs created. I kind of held it up to the wreath, and that should be enough, especially since I'm also going to make some of the, oh my goodness, I don't remember what they're called. But some of the flowers that are also in that realm that are, you know, in charge of the Hollow Blight events and stuff. So next I'm going to craft some of those flowers. I think I'm going to try and make like probably three, maybe like one bigger one, and then two kind of smaller ones, I think. And I think that is what will be next. So I'm gonna move some stuff aside and prepare to craft the flowers. I'm pretty much ready to try and craft the flowers. I have a reference picture off to the side. This is a little bit more difficult than the legs, but I'm gonna try. So it's pretty much just all flattened petals. And it comes to a tip, it looks like. So maybe something like that? Alright, I don't think this is the worst. It could be worse. Let's try. Is that a good size though, or is that too big? No, I did say I want one of them big. Okay, I'll leave that like that. And how many petals are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Why might not be so many? Can't break. Okay, yeah, I think I got. This one's a little bigger, but I think I'm getting something. Not bad at all. Okay, so there's the center. Okay, next is like the outside petals. Good part about them being thin is if they're thin enough, I can just simply like cut them into a better shape, which I might have to do at some point. Okay, well, I'm going to finish this up. That's pretty much all I'm doing. I'm making bigger petals and then a bunch of smaller ones. So I will see you shortly for an update. I have all of my little flower pieces done. Finally, my poor back is killing me. So I have made the wreath base. I made the entity legs or arms or whatever you call them. And I made all the pieces for the flowers. It is 5 o'clock in the morning, and I think I've been working on this for quite a while. So I'm gonna call it quits for tonight. Well, plus I gotta wait for everything to dry anyway, so I really can't do much more. But I'm calling it quits for tonight. I'm gonna clean up, and I think I'm gonna take a nap. So I will be back. Of course, for you, it'll be like within the next second or two, but I will be back. I am back with everything. Everything is pretty close to being dry. Some of like the other sides of like these pieces aren't, but we have to move on here. So the next steps are to paint the arms slash legs or whatever you want to call them black and glue all the flowers together. I will be gluing the flowers together first and then painting them. So while my hot glue gun warms up for putting the flowers together, I'm going to paint all of these black, and I will be back after that. I'm gonna spare you watching me paint because it's pretty self-explanatory. So as you can see, I put together one of the flowers. This is one of the smaller ones, and oh boy, was that a little bit of a challenge. It involved lots of cutting pieces to make it fit, and the edges don't look perfect, but honestly that flower is not made to look perfect. So I think it's pretty cool. I think it's pretty neat. I'm kind of happy with it. I will now try and show how I put it together with the bigger one. I use the small one as like practice, so maybe the bigger one will go a bit better. I'm sure there will be lots of cutting the petals and stuff, which that's fine, that's okay. Whatever you gotta do to make it work. So okay, here we go. So after I have all of the petals glued on, I then take my little legs and I cut off an area on the base just to make it a bit more flat, and I do that with all 3 of them. And then I hot glue these. probably could have cut them on like a bit of an angle to make them like pop out more, but that's alright. I don't really mind. Like that. And then we take the inside petals, and they are way too big as well, so I'm going to have to cut them. And as you can see, there is my pile of clay scraps that I've been cutting. And then we're gonna fit them into the areas in between. Okay, once I have all the petals cut down to size, the next thing to do and last thing to do is to glue them. I usually just put a little dab of glue on the edge and sort of just like push it up a little just to keep it secured. And then I'm just gonna do that all around. All right, and there we go. There is the big flower done. I'm liking it so far. I think it's really cute. Gluing the petals and stuff on first though, like gluing this together first, will definitely make painting it interesting. But we're getting there. We're getting there. Just one more flower to do, so I will be back. All 3 flowers are put together and done, and I think they look pretty cool. My next step is to finish painting the arms, and then I will paint these. The next step here is finally painting the flowers, which are like a combination of like bright yellow and like orange, and maybe like slightly darker orange. So I don't know, this is definitely not going to be exact, but I have a slight idea of what to do. So for the most part, what I'm going to start with is I'm going to take, is this what I'm looking for? Yes, I'm going to take like this nice orange color, and I'm literally going to paint everything besides the like arms right here. And that's just going to be a base color. So we're going to start by doing that first. And then I might try and go in and add some details or something. We'll have to play around with it. We'll have to see. So first is this nice bright orange color everywhere. Alrighty, so we now have a nice coat of like a base orange that we're gonna use, and I'm just going to do this to all of them first, so it gives me a little extra time to figure out what exactly I'm gonna do with the other colors. So I am back. Now I did paint the legs of these because I was painting everything else a darker gray instead of just pure black, in hopes that they show up a little bit better on the like fully black wreath base. So I did just paint the little arms sticking out. Now the next part is to add the yellow details to the flowers. And I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this like rough bristled brush, take some yellow and just like dab it on. And hopefully that will create the look I'm going for. And then in the center of the flowers, I will add a little bit of gold leaf. Not a whole bunch, but a little bit. But I think I'm just going to do that in the center of the flower. I don't think I'll do that on any of the petals, but we'll see. So the next step is to like just dab, just dab some yellow paint. So let's hope that that works the way I want it to. All right, yeah. That's kind of what I wanted. All right. Okay, that'll work for the rest. I'm gonna do this brighter yellow on the bigger petals, And then I'm gonna do like a darker yellow on the smaller ones. And I think this might work actually. Okay, I will be back after a little bit. We are pretty much at the last remaining steps. I am super happy with how these look. The last steps before putting everything on the wreath is to add the little bits of gold leaf. Now, for the insides of the flower, I'm just going to add a little bit of gold leaf, and for each leg, I don't know, just some sporadic gold leaf, just some small amounts. I mean, I do have more if I happen to use these all, but just some small amounts of gold leaf. I don't know, just to bring it, I don't know, kind of like how their 5th anniversary stuff, like the skull had the beautiful like gold in it. I don't know. I just think it would look really, really cool and help bring out the arms a bit because yeah, they are dark gray on an all black wreath. So hopefully that's a little better then. Alrighty, I have my glue here and we are just gonna get going here. We're just gonna dive right in. I'm just gonna dab some glue around there and then take, my goodness, take some gold leaf very carefully and rip it up and then set it down. Set this one down. Hello. Then I'm going to take a little brush, I spread that around a little, and then I take the opposite end of the paintbrush and you can like move it around and scratch it up a little bit. And there we go. Oh my gosh, did you even see any of that? I'm probably gonna put it like in a line, I think, kind of like that. And then we're gonna take some gold leaf.
Very dry. Very, very delicate. And then we're just gonna lay it right on top in little sections. We can move the gold leaf.
And I'm just going to brush it down. Alright, I'll show you an update after I've done a couple legs. It has been a journey. Okay, let me start off by saying that it has been a journey. But finally, all of the pieces are here. All of the legs are done. All of the flowers are done. We have the wreath base. There's honking outside. We have the wreath base here, which can only mean one thing. Okay, so I think I have a pretty good idea of what I want. Alright, well, maybe I'm just gonna have to like hot glue everything. Okay, guys, it is done. It's finished. Oh my goodness, it has been quite the journey. Realistically, I was going to work on this and then work on something else, but oh my goodness, it is like 5 o'clock in the morning and I am done and the project is done and I'm just gonna relax till I fall asleep. But I am so happy with it. It looks really, really cute. So here we go. Are you ready? Oh, glitter everywhere. Glitter is everywhere. Here we go. Check it out, guys. Look at that. Oh my god. That is awesome. I think it looks so cool. Holy crap. I think that looks so, so neat. And for being done with it in about 2 days is pretty dang good. So, yes, that is, well, I guess technically was, because by the time this video is uploaded, the Dead by Daylight contest will be over. So that is my entry for the decoration portion, and I'm just super excited. I love making Dead by Daylight themed things. I've done many other projects, and it's just so much fun to work with because I just think it's a really cool game. And it's like Halloween all the time there. Scary stuff all the time. So, okay, I am really tired. So I'm gonna get going. I'm so happy with it though. It looks awesome. Um, if you want to look at it more, you know, just pause the video at whatever time. But okay, I'm gonna get going. I hope you all have a great day or night, whenever it is for you. Please like and subscribe if you want to. Make sure to drink water and eat good food and to take care of yourself because that's important. So, okay. I think that's it. I will see you all later. Bye.